It's a warm day this summer. We decided to have a picnic in the park. You brought food, utensils. I was responsible for the non-food picnic necessities. Something to sit on, maybe a game, some music. Once we get to the park, we find a spot under a tree, far enough away from the playground so that we're not overwhelmed by the sound of the children playing, but we have a good view of the lake. We lay out the picnic blanket together. Actually, it's not really a blanket. It's an old jumbo-sized beach towel that I bought for a cruise a couple years ago. We arrange our things on it. Music plays through the Bluetooth speaker while we battle through a few rounds of backgammon. You win 3 games to 2, as usual. Then dive into the food you brought. Grocery store fried chicken, potato salad, cupcakes for dessert. Yeah. We wash our meal down with roux from single-served aluminum cans. Perfect. After we eat, we get settled on the beach towel. I notice you're balling your sweatshirt up into a makeshift pillow. I see you. Half mockingly, I tell you that you should be grateful that I packed the sweatshirt, even though you rejected my recommendation to bring one yourself. You claim that in the summer, sweatshirts are for the weak. It's silly. After a few more adjustments, you lie on your back, your head slightly raised on the sweatshirt, looking satisfied. We lapse into comfortable silence. Well, save for the music coming from the speakers, the distant shouts of children playing on the sides, the sounds of the park. You are reading the latest New York Times bestseller that you haven't quite finished, while simultaneously trying to use the book to block out the sun. I'm sitting cross-legged, perpendicular to you, with a magazine in my lap. I've always thought that the sign of a great partnership, a good relationship, is not whether that person is someone you could spend all night talking to, but whether you can spend an extended amount of time with someone not feeling the need to constantly be talking, filling the silence. Yeah. I love how you and I do not have to talk while watching a movie or a TV show. That we can ride in a car for an hour, and apart from asking about the temperature in the car or about what to listen to, whether music or podcasts, we hardly say anything sometimes. Neither of us feels insecure, I guess. We just don't. Not when the other is immersed in their own thoughts or absorbed by their own activity. Between us, silence rarely needs to be filled. I'm reading, just enjoying you. And then I realize that it's been a while since I've seen or heard you turning the pages of your book. I lift up my head to see what you're up to find that you have fallen asleep. Your book dropping out of your hands, resting on your chest, rising, falling in time with your breathing. Can't help but I smile. Smile at the image your body makes on the blanket, finding that at that moment I feel both oddly protective of you, while at the same time experiencing a surge of desire. Yeah, that's the feeling. Desire. As I take in your vulnerability. You generally do not like being the subject of any kind of physical admiration. When you catch me looking at your reflection in the bathroom mirror after you've showered, you'll quickly make a joke. Maybe throw your towel at me. You refuse to pose for longer than a few seconds when someone, even me, is trying to take a picture. When you are sleeping, like now, it's one of the few times that I can visually appreciate you without being interfered with or causing you embarrassment. I don't like doing that. But now that I have the upper hand in this moment at the park, I indulge and I take the opportunity to drink you in. There you are. The sunlight filtering through the tree has cast geometric shadows on your face. It's giving you an uncharacteristically harsh demeanor. Oh, a small gnat dancing across your cheek. Tempted to blow it away, but I worry that I would wake you. Ending this moment, breaking the magic. So I continue to let it tease your skin. My eyes drift to your mouth. When I've had a chance to observe you in your sleep in the past, I've noticed that your lips sometimes purse, almost imperceptibly, as if you're offering or inviting a kiss. They are extending that invitation again now. Tempting. As I look, I notice a touch of chocolate in the crease of your mouth. Residue from the cupcakes devoured earlier. I'll have to remind you to wipe your mouth when you wake. Or maybe, perhaps, after I've let you sleep a bit longer, I'll accept your mouth's proposition and give you a wake-up kiss. Softly at first, but then more insistently as the remnants of the frosting dissolve in my mouth. I like that thought. In your sleep, your arms have fallen against your sides. I can see the tiny goosebumps that have risen on your skin. Must be chilly. On your right forearm, a little black ant is navigating its way over the ridges into the crook of your elbow. I think you sense it. Your bicep slightly twitches as if you are trying to knock this insect off its path. Undeterred, the ant continues on its way, quickly disappears in the darkness underneath your arm. My gaze goes in the opposite direction, scanning down your forearm, past your wrist, to your hand. So much bigger than mine. The broadness of your palm belies your hands and dexterity. For someone who does not indulge in much pampering, your nails are neatly trimmed, mostly. Although I can't see it due to the position of your hand, I think about the raised scar on your finger, a result of glass broken. I reminisce about its roughness, how it feels when you brush your finger over my lips. Raising my own finger to my lips, as if trying to conjure up the sensation again. My eyes move over your torso. The hem of your t-shirt is ridden up so that I can see a swath of exposed stomach, the waistband of your jeans. For a moment, I consider giving you a different sort of wake-up call than that kiss that I had considered earlier. But I look around to see how exposed we are to spectators. I mean, we're some distance from the walking path, and the nearest people are 50, maybe even 100 yards away. So I decide not to chance it. There will be time. Time to make good on these desires when we get back home. Or at least back to our car. When we can then drive somewhere more secluded. The loose-fitting jeans you're wearing, they, camouflage the muscular leanness that I know you possess in your legs. They're bent in the shape of a loose number 4. Between the warmth of the sun and the wine from lunch, I have I seem to have slipped into almost a tranquilized drowsiness. So warm. I find I'm fighting the urge to curl up in between your legs, resting my head on your thigh, joining you in an afternoon cat nap. But that longing will have to wait as I find I want to continue my visual appraisal. My eyes slide down. My last stop is your feet. You've mentioned that they are the least favorite part of your body. The feet are purely functional, you say. They lack any aesthetic or pleasure-giving qualities, at least on a man. Despite that, you are often quick to accept an offer of a foot rub while relaxing on the couch with me or in the bath. And when we first sat down, you had taken off your shoes, your socks. I can now see where the elastic of your socks has left their marks up on your ankles. I'm tempted to trace my fingertips over those shallow indentations and run my hands inside your jeans, up your calf. But a sharp shriek from the direction of the playground disrupts my daydreaming. Kids having fun. Without realizing it, I had been lightly holding my breath, trying to be quiet, not to wake you up. I softly exhale as I turn my head toward the children in the distance, the source of the noise. And then I hear you say, I can keep pretending to be asleep if you want to do more than just look. Oh, evil boy. I turn my head back and give you an enticing smile before deciding whether to kiss you, pounce on you, or tickle your feet.